So it's very funny. The first week of this, looking at, there was like this energy in here that was like unreal, and everybody was here like 20 minutes early. I don't know, man. Did I wear you guys out? It's rough. It's rough. All right. Well, my goal today is to introduce new stuff, but hang it on the framework that we've been doing and trying to kind of connect it all up. That's the hope. So let's see if we can do that. So, Mr. Scooches. So if you remember, going all the way back to the beginning real quick, we talked about breaking them down, right? We talked about breaking them down and getting into positions. One of the first things we did was we sat up, we pulled on the elbows, we got control, we always get off at the angle, right? And we started attacking from here. We looked at other ways. When that didn't work, we went up to go get them. We started to take a ride here around it, like take the backing to get the overhook and all sorts of fun stuff there. When all that failed, we took a 2-on-1 approach and got the arm out of the way to climb up, or we took a 2-on-1 approach to attack. So it was about breaking them down, trapping something, attacking. And this sort of order of operations was break them down, go up to get them, and then start 2-on-1 attacks. Well, there's a commonality with our butterfly guard. So we're playing butterfly guard. Got our elbows in front of our shins. We move on in and we're starting to initiate. I want to get a trap. I want to work my way in, get an underhook or an overhook, get off at the angle, and then start my attacks. When that fails, I got to go get him. And the way I'm going to go get him here is I'm going to do a bad headlock. So I come up and I just start like a bad headlock. This is the equivalent of this little journey we took. But I'm in butterfly. I've got his head. It's going to, as I start to do this, it's going to force him to make a choice with this arm. Let's go back this way. So I go in, I'm trying to hand fight, trying to get underhooks and overhooks. He's not giving it to me. Take a little step to the outside, lift my booty up, and just grab his head. Start cranking a headlock. His arm's either got to go outside and expose itself to me, or he's got to try to push me away. And now it's inside, and again, we start looking for the back. Usually it's going to be there on the outside. Okay? So we've got him now, and we can get that overhook that we want. Before we do that, that's where we're going. We're going to do a series here. I want you guys to warm up. We're going to fight for that underhook. We're going to sweep. Remember, when we sweep here, we go to the side. We're going to get an overhook. So for your overhook, you can maybe he repommels. Take the overhook there. Or, if you want, we can practice this. Get that bad headlock. He gives it to you. Lock that arm. Go back to butterfly. Gather him up. You can go to mount on this one. That's number 2. Number 3 is our new one, my friends. I'm trying to get under. Trying to get the headlock. He's pushing me away. He's not having it. We're going to go, just like in guard, we're going to go 2-on-1. This is the grip I want you to have, though, if you can. You can have it this way, too. I prefer it this way. Russian or 2-on-1. Once we get that, everybody watch. You're not going to pull him on top of you and fall down. That's a bad plan. Your booty's going to go to your heels with your core engaged the whole time. You're going to get him up in the air, and then you're going to make him punch the person over here. Once you get the timing down, it's nice. So I scoop my rear end in, I get him up, I make him punch the guy next to me, and as I do, I take my hook out. Whatever arm you have, that hook's going to come out. So again, and if you're too close, all you have to do is butt scoop back, and then launch yourself back in. Up, punch the guy next to you, the hook comes out. Now look, immediately, got to put him in the jail cell. Put your head next to their head, go under the armpit, slap in the choke. This is the last thing to worry about. This can lock up, this can step on the hip before it goes in. Last time. So we're going underhook, practice a sweep, remember on the underhook, your head should be over here on the opposite side. Overhook, your head's on the same side. You can go right to mount. That's not working out for me. We hand fight. 2-on-1. In we go. I make him punch the person next to me, and immediately everything slaps in. Do not let them escape. This is the last thing to worry about. If he starts trying to scoot to his back, I can actually use this behind his knee to put him back in. Worry about the hook or, body triangle or whatever we're doing later on. All right, so 3 moves. Underhook sweep, overhook sweep, and then take the back. 1, 2, 3. Woo. So we're going to just build on that a little bit more, and we're going to connect it to something else that we did. So the little exchange here in butterfly guard might look something like this, right? I'm looking for an underhook. He's, pushing me away and not having it. I get the fake headlock and keeps his arm there. He's not really committing. I can't really get much, right? So I move back out. He's grabbing at my feet and I'm breaking grips. All right, so now we're going to try the 2-on-1. Once they kind of smell this out, right? Just like on the feet, the standard reaction, if you can hold this, when he tries to rip it out, go ahead. If you can hold it, which you can, you just got to get some practice right above the elbow here. Right above these 2 bones right there, it's a great little handle. They'll take their other hand and they'll post on you. This is the same thing when you're trying to get takedowns standing up. And when they post on you, then they rip this arm out. Well, 2 things. One, you have 2 easy options. If he does that, posts and rips it out, I can re-grab this one now, do the same move. By the way, another way to get this grip, one of the more common ways, I should have shown this. This is a good way to start here. They'll grab your head, right? When they grab your head, we're going to practice this. Shrug my shoulders up a little bit. I'm going to grab on the inside and the outside. Look. And then I'm going to look away, pop my shoulder. 2-on-1. I can go in, get that move. Or he grabs my head, shrug it off. He posts on my shoulder. He's going to rip his arm out, and I do it on this side. Or grabs my head, pop it, posts on my shoulder. When he pulls it out, immediately, because he's going to be out of balance to rip this out effectively, go ahead. We're immediately going to go in, look for our double unders. This should look familiar. You might have to adjust, or you just keep the momentum going. Get them up, put them out. We've got our shoulder pin. On the shoulder pin side, I'm going to step on the hip. We don't have to. We can keep 2 butterflies, but I'm going to step on the hip. Okay? I'm going to start. I want you guys to crank this. Remember, thumb down on the shoulder pin side, on the underhook side. I want you to crank it so they feel like they got to go this way. That's what's going to make them make a decision. Okay? I either keep cranking it, and they'll go. Or they're going to drive into me to take the pressure off. That gives me the sweep. So we're connecting a couple of things here. And it's a nice little series of how to fight. We're hand fighting. He's breaking grips, right? Trying to headlock him. He's just not having it. Whatever. Ooh, I got it. You either get it right here or he posts and pulls it out. And I immediately go in. I get him up. I put him out. Shoulder pin. Got the crank right there. Or he's got to drive in. I use my elbow under his chin. Break him out. There's your series. Give it a shot. I'll be around. 1, 2, 3. We are not done with butterfly. I'm hoping at the end to come back to butterfly and make everything we've done come together. We'll see. First, we're going to take a 5-minute round here, and you guys are going to practice your rubber guard path, at least the way that I have presented it. We left out a step. We're going to leave a step out. We're not going to go to the invisible collar. All right, so if you recall, just like any of the other guards we've done, we need to break them down. Use any one you want. There's this one. If you want, you can go with the bad headlock. We're going to use this one, so that way we have to do the whole path. I get his head. We always want to go to the angle. Whether we're going to use overhook guard, whether we're going to use a shoulder pin, we want the angle. Little scoot to the angle. Remember, bring your knee up along their back. Okay, not into your face, right up along their back, towards your face, and then we'll throw it in. He already gave it to me. We're going to let him keep his arm on the inside. We're going to get to mission control. I have the angle. My foot is hooking. If I can't put it on his hip, that's fine. It's a leg curl the whole time. Never a dead leg. Leg curl. And then we're going to zombie, zombie. Welcome to New York. We're going to clear the neck. We're going to get the chill dog. Just going to chill here, dog. A little jiu-jitsu and chill. And then we're going to come around the foot if we can. Kung fu move. Push him away. Pull the bottom leg out. We sit up. We're in Jew claw. We're going to scoot away and get him to break down if we want the sub. And I did here, I saw the finish, but I didn't see this in the match, but apparently Damian Maia hit this sweep in his fight last night, or yesterday morning. He goes to roll, we slow him down, we push him away, we come up in control, got a baby arm here, we can re-enter, we can triangle, we can go all the way around, monoplata. So the sweep is pretty outstanding. And it's usually the most common reaction is to get the sweep. So one more time all the way through, you break them down, you get the angle, you get to mission control. Maybe you go straight to New York. If you go straight to New York, don't be sad. That's awesome. All right? I come up, we clear the head, we get the chill dog. If you have the flexibility, it's around the foot. If you don't, it's pull it out, push, constant pressure on this knee. We push them away, kung fu, sit up. We've got the sub, or more likely they're going to roll, push them away. Right here, I like to gather this. Again, baby arm, regular side control. If you take your hand, if you're controlling them, can you put your legs on for a sec? You want your hand on the opposite side of your legs. If you want to start attacking them, bring it here. This is how I could re-roll. This is also how I can gather this up, walk around him. Triangle is there. Or you do a little pivot. You got the arm, monoplata, regular arm bar, triangle. The world is your oyster. So basic rubber guard path with the omoplata sweep and omoplata finish. 1, 2, 3. 5 minutes. So here's the thing that happens. You're trying to be awesome and play overhook pyramid guard, right? Or you're trying to play rubber guard or some variation thereof. And one of the things that they want to do to you, a la, if you know, Jamie and I and Chris Roach and I have done this dance 7,820 trillion times. When you get to the position, so we'll keep it rubber guard pathy right now. So I'm going to go straight, because I'm so good, I'm going to go straight to, yeah. So what happens is, remember, we want our knee, whenever we can, in any of these guards, to have our knee in front of their shoulder, right? Well, they want the exact opposite. Not only do they want their shoulder in front, but what they want to do, especially if you are new at this and you are lazy with your knee flaring or you're not leg curling, what they want to do is push this leg down and hop over it. Yeah, and see how you windshield wiper as soon as possible. If you're doing a good job, what they could still do is they'll grab your ankle, okay, or try to, kind of move their hip back, push your ankle down, and step over it. And now they're slowly going to try to shove your knee all the way between their your legs, their legs. And I learned the hard way. My groin took a couple of bad injuries out of stubbornness before I realized to let it go. Listen to Elsa, man. Let it go. And then I learned how to not let that get really bad. And I'm going to share that with you guys now. So it happens in pyramid. It happens in rubber guard. So again, they take the foot and they shove it in. This is called New Jersey, right? Because this is New York. This is New Jersey. Now, see my knee right now? Even though my foot is in, the battle is this. You need to keep your knee in front of their knee line. That's the battle. As long as I do that, I can do all my rubber guard moves or all my pyramid moves. The second my leg gets extended, it's game over. So I'm going to show you the moves from here, but I want you to understand the battle. As he's trying to shove this, I need to get wrist control and take it off. I need to get underhook. And one of my favorite things to do, I use the back of my hand. So I'll go in here, and I use the back of my hand like this a lot because he's pushing, and I can just stay like this for a longer time and just stall him out while I go to work. But this, just anything where they don't get to extend this. So let's see it in action. And actually, I'm going to go from here. So, like, I remember that headlock we sort of talked about? Like, I'm here, my leg's in there. I'm going to go right to rubber guard. Look, coach, your leg's in there. Yup. But if I can get the kung fu move here, flying kung fu, I extend this leg. I showed this to you guys already. I extend this leg. I put this foot on the floor. This is called the carny because the fat lady's singing because it's over. I didn't come up with that. That's not nice. And I twist this right here, and there's the sub. Hard for him to roll out because I've got him there, right here. Take this here. So we turn a disadvantage into an advantage. You also have the ability here to lift their chin up. Remember, this is the way I do it, but it's not the right way. It's just the way I do it. You guys grab on the side of the foot. If I point this toe, it brings that up. Gogoplata. And you might try to carny, and they might still be able to muster or roll. As they start to roll, you still have to do the sweep. All right. So, again, let's do it from pyramid this time. Same idea. So, I break him down. I get off to the side. The zombie up. I've got pyramid, and I want to triangle him here. He gets his hand away from me. He goes there. Uh-oh, moves his hip back. Steps over it. That's bad enough. He's not going to be strong enough to pull on my ankle to get it where he needs it. So he's got to come here and get it, and that's when I get on this. Or get on this, right? And there's our little battle. While it's happening, okay, I'll take both hands sometimes, and just as long as I can get here, now he can push it through all he wants. I've got the carny. But in the meantime, it gets ugly. So here are your options. This is Jersey, whether it's from pyramid or rubber guard. Ready? Options. They're all the rubber guard options. I'll go from the easiest to the most complicated. Here's the easiest. Immediately clear the neck, because even if he's pushing on this, go ahead, start to push. As long as I clear the neck first, carny. They can also roll from here. That's a regular omoplata sweep. So those are the two easiest. Third easiest, you could turn this into gogoplata. Whether my leg is straight like this or it's still bent like this, you could even crowbar it in under the chin, pull it, sit up in front of your shin, grab it on the side here, push your foot like that while you're cranking it, push on the bottom. He's going to try to rip your hand out, right? You get him out of there, use your knee, bring this out, whatever. Okay? Those are the three easiest. Here is where we get complicated. And this is where I got to play with the big guys a lot, because maybe I don't feel like I can clear their neck, because not only are they driving this, but they're driving into me. So when they're kind of, yeah, see? So I got to do anything. Look, I'll grab the elbow here. Can you guys see? I grab the elbow here just to lift it so he's not driving this through. And I try to keep my knee up the whole time. So when I'm stuck like this, big guy, trying to drive this through, still keeping weight on me, and I'm afraid to not be vigilant on this. Hey guys, remember the meat hook? Now, I'm slowing him down. Now I can start to get on the inside. Now we got him. It's the same series, guys. You just have to understand this battle. Don't lose this battle. Okay, so he's driving in and so he can even hang loose. But meat hook here. Get it out. Okay. If you guys have questions, I'll be around to help. But again, the setup, Jersey, what's happening is he's got rubber guard going. Right? And so I post up. I go after, before he can clear the neck, I go after the ankle, and I step over it. If he doesn't do anything, I want to destroy this. So the second I get here, he knows. If he clears the neck right away, I'm done. Because I push this all I want. It's like, uh-oh, dunzo. So he's got that. If I'm able to roll, he's got the sweep. If I'm able to drive it, he's got the plata. Go back a little bit. Or again, here's the big guy smash. They hug this because they're going to drive it through like their armpit and they're driving into you. Okay, so this is a good time for the meat hook. He gets in there, and now he's got to win this battle. He just starts getting his knee on the inside. Gets his knee on the inside. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's it. That's everything. Go try it. 1, 2, 3! It is. It's very sad. All right, folks. This is it. The culmination of all our hard work right here. So everything that we've just done, both from Jersey and from the regular rubber guard path, is going to be available to you. We're going to do 4 common entries. This is like flying chill dog or flying kung fu move. We're going right into it. So first place I can show this to you is basic upa. So he's on his back. You've achieved mount. Good for you. You've done a good thing. But you screw up and you fall for the move that everybody learned on day 1, which works, and you get upa'd. On your way over, I want your reaction to be, first of all, shame on me. Second of all, I'm going to make them pay for it. So if you watch, he upas me. He gave me the straight arm bar. If he upas me without that grip that he just used, go ahead. Look at this, automatically right into it. Easier to see on a double leg, but so watch this arm. A lot of times no-gi especially, it's hooking you, but it doesn't need to be. It could be over here, whatever. So he bridges and rolls me. I immediately, look, it's all about creating this frame, the chill dog frame. Because now he can't drive into me. And while he's celebrating, I'm already bringing this leg over. If he drives in, boop. If he stays down, boop. Okay? How about a double leg? So I screw up. He gets underneath me and he shoots that double. Uh-oh! Already got the frame. Knees already up and over. And that applies if you're 2 bulls on your knees. On your knees, old school kind of like takedowns from the knees, grappling, and he drives into me. How about you're in your guard? This is my favorite. I use this all the time. And you want to do like a hip heist, right? It can either be from like a bad, he sits up, either a bad headlock kind of hip heist, or a more legit, kind of like I'm really trying to hip heist him. So he wants to drive me back down. When he does, my head goes all the way back to the other side. My leg's already coming over. We're into it. Done. That's a good one for you guys to practice, either here or here. Hip heist, they drive you back down. I keep on my side. Knee comes up. Frames in place in case he tries. See, he wants to come back. Nope. Already into it. And then I told you, beginning of class today, I try to end where we began. Butterfly. Got the overhook. Right? I go to sweep him. He fights. Early in the day, we went here to pyramid. That's cool, but bless you. But some of y'all like rubber guard, right? So here, right in. Or you want to go right to Jersey? Everything's legal in Jersey. Start that headlock, that bad headlock from today. Remember, my leg's on the outside. It's not true butterfly guard anymore. Forget it. I'm going to throw myself into flying Jersey. So here we are. Foot's on the outside so I can come up and get him. And now as I go back down, see, this is key. This is waiting for him. So he can't take that space away. Now live, by the way, they're going to drive into you. The key is to keep as much space as so you move with them. As he pushes, my frame stays solid. See how I move too? That's how it's going to be. And then you bloop, bloop, bloop. So my friends, if you you could try any of those. The ones I recommend, hip heist, right into it, and the butterfly sweep. See, I'm already at the angle, right into it. Bring it all the way home. Jersey, flying Jersey. See that? And by the way, a little shout out to Spooches. Spooches started when I started the rubber guard journey, so did he. And Anthony Johnson, the three of us were like the three amigos with this. And one of the things that they discovered was a move that has a different name now, but I'm not going to call it that. It's always what they called it. They named it hang loose control. And Jersey is a great place to get hang loose control. I'll just show it to you. So he wants to put, see how he wants to push that down? So I grab his wrist, I push it up, I put my toesies in there, lift my toesies up, grab it like it's a go-go plata. Hang loose, bro. So now from here, while he's hanging loose, I can triangle, or I could just be a real jerk, sweep him, and now make bad decisions for him. So they discovered that, we worked that crazy, and then finally some other guy by the name of Eddie Bravo called it something that showed it. But we insisted to Eddie Bravo when he was here that it was hang loose control. He wasn't hearing it. All right, so that's everything, folks. Get some reps in, and then we'll do one last goodbye. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All right, people. Thank you so much for helping make this happen. I really enjoyed this. This was a good shot in the arm for my jiu-jitsu and for my journey. This was an important piece of how I got to where I got to in jiu-jitsu. So even if you don't become a rubber guard player, that was not the intent. I hope that I gave you enough other tools and parallels. But I hope you got some good principles about playing guard, about no-gi stuff, breaking people down, getting corners, getting angles, attacking, pinning, sweeping, subbing, triangle, omoplata, armbar stuff is for life. Gi, no gi, doesn't matter. So I really enjoyed this. I hope you guys did too. On your way out, if you can do 2 things for me, make sure you're on the email list because I'm going to email you guys a couple of things. And also I have a sheet over there. If there's something else you'd like to see from me in the future, like another thing like this, or I have a spot for other instructors and stuff from them you'd like to see, gi, no gi, doesn't matter, MMA, whatever, let me know because we want to keep doing this, give you opportunities and other students obviously opportunities. Thank you guys so much. All right.